Welcome back and thank you for watching us. And we are continuing to discuss about the onion farmings. And we are going to see how they are covered after they are planted. Okay. Let us head to where they are being covered, and then we'll see how they are covered. And she will tell us how and why are they covering the onions.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay, Maggie.
All right, so this is still the same seed that we planted there.
Yeah.
But we have covered it, and you're seeing we are covering it with gunny bags.
Yeah.
And the reason why we're using gunias instead of the normal hay,
yeah,
is because this traps moisture better
true,
than hay.
Uh-huh.
Two, this is reusable. So once this is done, we'll just collect all this back, bag it, and use it the next season. So under here, I don't know if you can see, but these have been planted. They're 1 day old.
Yeah.
And we have not yet irrigated. So we only
they are still moist.
There's still moisture inside there.
Yeah.
In comparison to that. So you'll see the soil under here is not even cracked. True. Because it's already covered. So this retains the moisture, and it will also put the darkness that you need for the seed to be able to germinate. So all this is covered. We will also do some which have
so those are planted.
These are already planted. They're just covered.
They are waiting to be covered.
No, we will cover some with gunny bags.
Yeah.
Some with shade nets, the two with shade nets.
Yeah.
And the last two with hay, just to compare which does the best.
True.
Then once we do that comparison, we will take up what does best.
You will take one of those.
Yes, but you can do the gunny bags, you can do the shade nets, and lastly we'll do the hay. I think most people do hay.
Yeah.
So you just cover the bed in hay and you irrigate on top. So it also keeps the birds away, because you can hear birds singing. We have once they start germinating, let's say if it was cabbages, they'll start pecking at the leaves because they're very soft, very nutritious. So we also keep them like this so that once they are ready to be uncovered, they're steady enough to grow without being harassed.
Okay.
Yes.
From here we are going to see where they are being transplanted, and from there we are going to discuss more on the marketplace and the pesticides that affect the onions and the losses and the profits that you get through this.
Yes.
And hapa tunaona kwamba wame transplant from where we saw the nursery to hapa. Na tunataka utuambie the different pests that attacks the onions.
All right. Onions are one of the few crops which are quite resistant.
Yeah.
But we have thrips which affect the tip of the onion. So you can see, like, pause here. You can see the ends are a bit white.
Yeah.
So probably we have thrips, and we should then spray a pesticide. Normally at the nursery, on planting or on day 7, you spray it with a pesticide and a fungicide, because we are highly affected by fungal disease and pests, but mostly thrips. So the thrips will then eat the head or the tip, like this one,
like this.
Yeah, the tip of the onion plant, causing it to die, and you can have the dieback, where it now starts dying from the top going down. Then the fungal could be in the soil. So you spray a combination of a fungicide and a pesticide. So the pesticide is for the leaf, and the fungicide is for the root.
Yeah.
Yes. So the fungal pests are usually the main culprits of disease on onion plantation. So that is done on either 1st day or 7th day. Then once you transplant to the farm, the day before you transplant, you base it with fertilizer, so that once you're bringing your transplant or your seedling here, it is ready for planting without being dressed. Then on week 3 and week 6, you do another dressing, top dressing, for anything that you might need, either an MOP or a 23-23, or a 17-17, depending on your soil content and what you need in the soil. After that, you will cease to put any fertilizer on the crop. So the bulb, and you then have the leaf stops growing. Because let's say there's an increase of NPK on week 8. So you are then asking for the leaf to keep growing, yet you want the bulb to grow.
Yeah.
So after week 6, you stop any fertilizer so that the bulb can now grow without the growth of the leaf. Yes.
Na kwa sababu naonanga vitunguu zingine hazikui kubwa kama zingine.
Yes.
Ni kitu gani ambacho kinazifanya zinakuwa kubwa?
So kama hapa mara utakapoona pale, ulivyoona pale, tulikuwa tume raise the beds. So here we don't have raised beds. When we do that transplant, we will put them on raised beds because the topsoil, as I've told you severally, is the best for it. Here we'll have serious erosion, which is bad for it. That means we'll have to keep on dressing it. And too much dressing is also toxic for the soil. So if you want a bigger bulb, the spacing between hole to hole should be not less than 10 centimeters, or from drip line to drip line. On some farms, you will have them extending from drip line, skip one hole, from drip hole, skip, and then the next drip hole. That ensures that the bulb has sufficient space to grow, has no competition for fertilizer, has enough access to sunlight. So unaona hizo mbegu ndogo ndogo kwa sababu labda zimepandwa kwa kikaribu, ama mbolea hayajaekwa vizuri, ama pia hayapewi maji inavyopaswa. So it highly depends on what you want. There are people who, depending on the market, let's say I just want to sell to my local market, they will ask me for medium to small size. Why? Because they also want to make a profit when they do the sale. But if I give them a large bulb, which is maybe weighing 300 to 400 grams, they will ask me, how will I sell this one onion for 30 shillings? Nobody's going to buy it. So it highly depends also on your market.
True.
If I am going to, let's say, a hotel or an institution, an educational institution, they might ask, we need bigger bulbs. So it highly depends on your market base. Our markets, our spacing will highly depend on where the market is. So some markets ask for smaller size. Some markets ask for bigger size. There are types of onions which also can grow very big. There are types which will not grow very big.
True.
So this is an onion seed which can grow very big if you want it to. But the market will usually dictate that they are medium size.
So if you want them to grow big, utazipatia time mob ama
No, it's the same exact time. From the nursery, we said 45 days. Here it should take about 3 months, give or take, maybe not less, but maybe 2 to 3 weeks more. What makes the onion big is the care that you give it, the management that you give the onion. So if you do not give it enough fertilizer, if you do not give it sufficient water, if they're not well spaced, then they will take longer to grow.
Na kwa sababu uliongea kuhusu fertilizer, nataka umweleze mtazamaji fertilizer gani ambazo unapea hizi vitunguu ndio ziweze kukua vizuri.
So there are many companies. The thing that I would say is what the fertilizer is. Are you looking for ammonia? Are you looking for potassium? Are you looking for calcium? If you know your soil, what does your soil lack, and what does your soil then need? Like for us, our soil content has more calcium because and ammonia because we do natural manure. So you might not need that. So you might use a 17-17 or a 23-17 or a 23-23 without the K, because you need to know what minerals are needed for what point. And that's why they say after 6 weeks, there's no use of adding any more fertilizer or top dressing, because everything that you've added should already be in the soil.
Na kwa sababu vitunguu zikisha kuwa na umeziuza kwa market, na nataka ningependa uangalie ile kamera umwambie mtazamaji ni faida gani ambayo unapata hapa ama ni loss, na ni ushauri gani ambao unaweza mpa yule mtazamaji anayekutazama na anayetaka kukuza hizi vitunguu?
Kitunguu generally should not be a loss. If you plant it well, manage it well, and on a larger scale, it's definitely profitable.
Yeah.
The thing is, in anything we do farming, it is the management right from the sowing. And the better option would always be to plant an acre or more, because there's always benefit in bulk. So if you have 2 acres, even if you're selling it at 30 shillings at the least price possible, you will still have a profit margin. And if you're selling an acre plus at 200 shillings, then you still have greater profit margins. So kitunguu definitely iko na faida, lakini jukumu letu ni to make sure that the management right from the word go is done correctly.
Thank you, Maggie, for staying with us and for continuing to teach us more about the onions. Na kama umesikia mtazamaji, ni kwamba ukipanda shamba kubwa ya vitunguu ndivyo utakapopata mapato ama faida kubwa, na ukipanda shamba dogo ndio utapata faida dogo. So inategemea na wewe mtazamaji utapanda shamba kubwa ama ndogo, lakini yote yatakupatia faida, na unavyotunza vitunguu zako zote utapata faida. Nami nimekuwa host wako Carol Gakuru. Asante.